You're listening to Life with Herpes, and this is episode 88. Hello, and welcome to today's episode on Life with Herpes. I am your host, Alexandra Harbushka, and as always, I am grateful and privileged to be here with you. So thank you for joining me. Whatever it is you're doing around the world, I am doing that with you. So I don't know, maybe you're folding laundry, maybe you're cooking, maybe you're at work. I don't know. I'm right now recording a video. So I am doing whatever it is with you, and you are doing this with me. So thank you for joining me. So if you haven't joined the Life with Herpes community, I want to invite you to do that. Go to lifewithherpes.com, sign up, join. It's free. There's a lot of cool shit over there. A lot of great stuff going on. Mostly what I think is the best part of being a member of the community is the Slack group. So there is a lot happening over there. A lot of chatty Cathys, just like myself, over there, asking questions, answering questions, and talking about their diagnosis when it comes to having herpes. So I highly recommend doing that. All right, let's get going. Today I want to talk about dating and herpes. And I know once the dating game to begin with has already been, you know, interesting game, and oh my gosh, dating, and we put so much pressure on ourselves in general when we are dating to find the right one, and is this one wasting my time, and when should I sleep with him or her, or does he like me, does she like me, are they dating other people? I mean, all of that plays into the dating game. And now that we're diagnosed with herpes, we've thrown that into the mixture, right? So I have 7 things that you need to know now that you have herpes for dating. So I can't wait to go in that with you. Before we go into that, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. And when I was diagnosed with herpes, I was dating someone for a long time. And we decided to break up, move on for different reasons. We moved our separate ways. And I can remember I dated a lot. And I was really nervous the first couple of times to tell someone like, hey, I have herpes. But I guess the way I look at it is we tend to put this idea, like when we deal with herpes, it's like this, I can't even, it's like dun dun dun, like, you know, it's here. So the way I look at it, and a really good family friend told me with dating, he's like, Alexandra, you know, dating's like the city bus. There's always another one. There's always another one showing up. So I kind of want you to look at it that way. Like there's always someone else that's going to show up, and we don't need to hold on to it so tight and think that, oh, I can't let this one go. They're okay with the fact that I have herpes. Oh my God, you know, all that stuff. So that's kind of a little bit about mine. So I'm just looking at my notes here. Okay. So my 7 things, let me go through them. Number 1 for you to realize and to look at is, what is it that you want? Okay. Do you want a steady relationship? Do you want that like long-term steady relationship? Or do you want to just have fun? Do you want to have one-night stands? Or are you looking at this idea of dating to fill a void? Maybe it's like, oh, well, my heart was broken, and so I'll just get back on the horse and I'll keep going. So what I'm saying to you is, what is it that you want? And I would really spend some time deciding what it is you want when it comes to dating. You know, if you want that long-term relationship, then you're going to have a whole different set of expectations and criteria and, you know, things that go into dating that would be very different than if you're like, I just want to have one-night stands. I don't care. That's also very different. Opposed to, I'm not looking for anything, but hey, I'll go out. Let's have some fun. Let's go do this. So look at it with what you want. I know for my sake, I decided to go out with as many people as I possibly could. I was like, I'll just keep going out. I'll just have fun. It is what it is. Like, no big deal. Just continue to go on dates. So, it's totally up to you to decide what it is that you want. Okay, the next thing is talking about sex. Now, talking about sex regardless is already scary. Now you have to throw into the whole sex talk. Oh yeah, by the way, I have herpes. So let's just rewind, right? It was already scary to have the sex talk with somebody, with a future partner or somebody that you like or you're gonna date. Like, it's already hard for so many reasons. We're not educated in how to have that talk. It's awkward to talk about it in society regardless. And now you're gonna take your clothes off in front of someone and share one of the most intimate, beautiful things, and you don't even want to have the conversation about sex. Now you got to add, I have herpes. So that is totally intimidating. And we're already scared to have just the sex talk in general. Now you got to throw in, yeah, by the way, I have herpes. So yeah, you're going to have to be prepared for that talk. And you're going to have to be prepared for the sex talk, right? All right, number 3. This is a big one, and this is something I can't wait to tell you about, is you don't have to have sex to date. As I just mentioned a minute ago, I dated as many people as possible. I didn't have sex with as many people as possible. I didn't even have sex with half of them. I didn't even have sex with like a tiny, I did many men. I went out as much as possible, and I had so much fun. Talking about one of our past episodes with Jen Burton, I had my mantourage. I had so much fun and would go out for breakfast. I'd go out for lunch. I'd go out for dinner. I'd go happy hours, all that. So I dated many men. And I want you to feel, though, because we put so much pressure on ourselves, and I believe that society does this, is it's like, oh, well, if you're dating, then you're obviously sleeping together. And that's just a bunch of bull. You do not need to sleep with somebody if you're dating them. So keep that in mind. Like, maybe that will help you with that. It's like, oh, it's like an aha moment. Maybe it will take the pressure off of you when it comes to dating. You're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I can go back out there. Especially if you were just diagnosed and you're like, I'm never going to date again. Just remember, you don't have to sleep with them to go on dates. You can go still have fun without having sex. So keep that in mind. All right, number 4. It's up to you to decide when you want to disclose that you have herpes. So it's 100% up to you. There is no rule book. There is no, like, to go backwards on the, you don't have to sleep with them to date them. You know, the old school, 3-date rule, and then you'll sleep with them, that whole stupid rule. Same thing. There is no rule on when you have to disclose. Some people are like, it's just my personality. I don't care. Fuck it. I'll just tell them on the first date, and it is what it is. Other people are like, you know what? I just want to get a little more comfortable. I want to see if we really jive together. And then you tell them. It really is 100% up to you to decide when you want to tell them. But I believe it goes right back to the number 1 thing is, what is it that you want out of this relationship? Back to, do you want a long-term relationship? Is this just a one-night stand? Is this just a fuck buddy? What is it? And then you should, determine what your best method of telling them is. I do always say, and I'm very, very, very adamant about this, yes, you have to tell them. Please, please, please don't go through this and be like, I don't need to tell them, whatever. No, you need to tell them. It's very important that you tell your partner that you have herpes. That is just absolutely, I'm very adamant about that. If you've already slept with that person, you can still go back and tell them. I'm just very adamant on disclosing that. That is just the right thing to do. So you do have to tell them, and you need to tell them before you expose them to the region. So again, it's up to you when you want to go there, but there's no reason to even go there. You don't have to have sex to date them, right? Let's see. I got lost here. I kind of combined 4 and 5. It's up to you to decide when you want to have sex. So I kind of just talked about that. It's up to you to decide when you want to have sex. Like I said, it's up to you when you want to disclose. It's totally up to you when you want to have sex. That ball is always in your court and your court only. By no means do you need to feel pressured or feel like it's the time, or she wants to, but he doesn't, or he wants to and she doesn't, or whatever. It's totally up to you. So it's up to you to decide when you want to have sex. There is no written rule when that needs to happen. This one's really important. And I feel as though the number 6 is important because I feel as though we get bogged down with we have herpes. And I feel like a lot of times we might go into more of a submissive role, or we might go into a role of settling, or gosh, well, that person, it's good enough. Like, I don't want to deal with it again. You're good enough. And my point is really, really important. Number 6, understand your worth. Okay? You are not a second-class citizen because you have herpes. You are not going to be, to use the term, an old maid because you have herpes. You are not going to be, the 40-year-old virgin because you have herpes. You are not going to die alone with a bunch of cats because you have herpes. You do not need to stay in a relationship that isn't working for you because you have herpes. You don't need to think, well, gosh, this person will have sex with me, so they must love me, and they must love me unconditionally because, well, blah, blah, because the herpes. I'm encouraging you to understand your net worth, right? And excuse me, not your net worth. That was an old mortgage term that just came out when I was speaking. If you don't know, I was in the mortgage industry, so I was so used to having that conversation. You need to understand your worth. You need to understand your worth, and you need to understand what is important to you and how you expect to be treated. Do not set your standards lower because you feel that now you have herpes, you don't deserve everything that you thought you had, right? Don't think that your hopes and dreams are now gone, or you deserve to be treated like a less of a person. Absolute bullshit. All right, number 7. They're all important. I get excited about all of them. Okay, just because you have herpes, it does not mean your partner will get it too, right? Just because you have it doesn't mean your partner will get it too. That's huge. That's huge to know. I do go into this in a lot of detail in other episodes. 2 that come to mind off the top of my head are episode 82 and episode 84. So I do go into some details exactly on viral shedding and how to prevent passing it to your partner, like some of the very best ways to do that. But just a really quick synopsis. As long as you're in communication with your partner, you let your partner know, and you're doing everything you can on your end as far as antivirals and using condoms to prevent transmitting it, then you're really going to do your partner a favor, and you're doing everything you possibly can to prevent passing it. So again, just because you have it doesn't mean your partner has it, or just because your partner has it doesn't mean that you're going to get it. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not like this, absolute. It's not an if-then statement. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just because somebody has it does not mean that you're going to have it. What it means is you're going to have to communicate. What it means is you're going to have to really be on the same page when it comes to having sex and having an intimate relationship. Okay, so this is something that, well, as you know, I'm super passionate about talking about herpes. I'm super passionate about educating you and the community about having herpes. It really does make my day when I see comments and I see yay, Alexandra, thank you so much. It makes my day, and I really love being here with you and all of that. So like I said, if you haven't joined the community, go to lifewithherpes.com and join. Really though, what I really want to invite you to, if you want to dive deeper into what we're talking about, we do talk about dating, we talk about telling your partner, we do talk about outbreak prevention, we talk about what the heck is this herpes virus to begin with. We talk about that and much, much more in our live support group. So if you are like me and you are like, I feel so alone, I don't know what to do, I need to have a conversation with someone, I need to be in front of them, I need some expertise, I'm so alone, that whole thing. That's why I have this live group chat, or not chat, but support group. We meet twice a week. We meet on Mondays, we meet on Wednesdays, every week. So it's an opportunity for us to mix, mingle, talk it out, talk about your specific situation as well, and then get input from other people that are in the group. So anyways, I want to invite you to that. So go to lifewithherpes.com /support group. All right. If you also have any questions, you can always find it out on lifewithherpes.com, or you can reach out to me. I can give you more information as well, but I really want to encourage you to join that support group. It really is life-changing, and I've put my heart and soul into everything that I've worked on with Life with Herpes, but I really put my heart and soul into that as well. And I get to see you. I get to like hear your voice. I get to see your face. I get to hear what's going on. So I love that. All right, my friends, I will see you soon in the next video, in the next episode. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you soon. Hope you like my casual look today. If you are listening on iTunes or however you're listening, I am a casual. I'm wearing my Arizona flag shirt. I'm supporting my Zoni roots. And it's a beautiful day in Las Vegas today. All right, my friends, I will see you soon. Again, I love being here with you, so I will see you soon. Bye.